Good evening. It's a pleasure to be joining you all for United Against Nuclear Iran's 5th Annual Policy Conference. I want to begin by thanking your chairman, my dear friend, Senator Joe Lieberman, for his tireless work in the face of Iran, for standing up for what's right, and for always standing with Israel. Thank you, Joe. For the past 4 decades, Iran has spread its carnage and destruction around the Middle East, country after country. Iran entrenches itself in Syria, and we see a humanitarian crisis in Syria. It's sort of like the Midas touch, just opposite. Everything Iran touches fails. Iran arms, funds, and trains its proxy Hezbollah in Lebanon, and we see the collapse of Lebanon. Iran backs and supports its proxies, Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza, and we all see what's happening in Gaza. You see, Iran doesn't just seek to dominate the Middle East, it seeks to spread its tyranny and destruction and dominate the world. Over the last few years, Iran's made a major leap forward in nuclear R&D, in its production capacity, and its unprecedented levels of uranium enrichment. Iran poses a strategic threat to the world and an existential threat to Israel. And they ought not to be allowed to get away with it. Just imagine if Iran goes nuclear, you're going to get Turkey, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the whole Middle East will go nuclear. That's a huge threat for the world peace. And you see, there's those in the world who think that Iran's pursuit of nuclear weapons is an inevitable reality, or they're just tired of hearing about it. Well, Israel does not have that privilege. We will not tire. We will be relentless. Because when we're talking about the very existence of the Jewish state, we will do what we need to do. And that's why we're so happy that United Against Nuclear Iran are also part of this pursuit. We have to keep up our pressure on Iran, and we have to stay united in our efforts to do so. Because unity is a sign of strength. The recent Blue Flag aerial exercise reinforced this. I recently met with Air Force chiefs of 8 militaries from around the world who came to Israel for the Blue Flag exercise in 2021. The United States, India, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Greece, and Italy, as well as other Air Force commanders from observer nations, including, for the first time, the UAE, took part in this huge aerial exercise. Together, we flew side by side in Israel's skies in an exceptional display of power. Our air forces simulated complex and diverse combat scenarios, trained to integrate 4th and 5th generation aircraft, and we worked to strengthen joint operational capabilities. This exercise reinforces that Israel and our allies from around the globe stand united and strong, and we're ready to face any threat. As you stand united against the nuclear Iran, I stand united with you.